It appears that to really change human to Hulk, you're going to have to tamper with the genes. Which is where the real super science comes in, genetic engineering. Dr. H. Lee Sweeney of the University of Pennsylvania has already created the Hulk, or at least his rodent equivalent.
If you sort of shaved off all the fur, there'd be no comparison. I mean, the muscles are huge in the treated ones versus the untreated ones.
The scale tells the tale. A normal mouse weighs in at 27.5 grams. The genetically engineered mouse, 41 grams, or 40% beefier than average. How do you get the gene into the mouse? You smuggle it in on a virus.
It goes inside the cell looking like a normal virus, but lo and behold, when it opens up, it's got a new gene in there that wouldn't have normally been there. So you could view it as a Trojan horse, if you like.
The mouse gets mighty and stays that way.
Their muscles never get weaker when they get old. They are just as strong when they're the equivalent of a 80 or 90-year-old human as when they were the equivalent of a 20-year-old.
Will it work in man as in mouse? Here's how it might. The gene is called insulin growth factor 1, or IGF-1. Its genetic coding would be injected into the specific muscle you'd want to treat. That muscle would now have the ability to repair itself and grow at a supernormal rate. The probable first use of this genetic therapy on humans would be to treat muscular dystrophy. It's already started a buzz among athletes.
Through email, I've been approached by a lot of people, mostly weightlifters, but even once a coach for a high school football team emailed me and asked me if I'd consider treating his whole team because he thought they could benefit from being a bit stronger.
Other genes could be used to make a taller, bulkier, hulkier body, even skin color.
There is a gene that scientists actually use in mice that can turn the skin green, so if you want him to be big and green, you could do that as well.
What are the outer limits of genetic engineering?
It's not hard for me to imagine that there'll be a person who's 10 feet tall, is 700 plus pounds, that type of thing. Sure, why not imagine that? It's certainly not out of the realm of possibility for 50 to 100 years from now.
10 feet tall, 700 pounds? If not quite Hulk, you've got a heck of a defensive lineman. Scary proposition.